What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It was a snowy one today. The snow finally hit today. Um, y'all know I do not like snow. Like sometimes snow can be a beautiful thing. Sometimes when you're looking at it, but then when you gotta shovel the shit, it's like, yeah, nah. Mm-mm. But anyway, getting into this episode of GH. Listen, Sunny is better than I am. Sonny is way more patient than I am because when he came home and Carly was like, "What are you doing here?" He was like, "I live here." I was like, "Listen, ain't nobody gonna ask me what am I doing in a house that I've owned for almost 20 years that I paid for, that I paid a house insurance on, that I pay the utilities on, the property tax. You ain't finna ask me that question." That's where Sonny fucked up in the beginning. He allowed her to tell him where he gonna go. Oh, don't come home. I'm still I can't wrap my head on that. I cannot wrap my head around that. You're not gonna tell me not to come to my residence. If you want to leave and go to your hotel that you co-own or a mansion that you own on the lake, you go there. You got other places you can go. I'm not leaving my residence, but that's another topic. But I'm glad him and Carly had that conversation. It was an honest conversation. As honest, I'm gonna say it was as honest as Sonny wanted to be. Let's just put it that way. It was as honest as he possibly could be with her. Um, because Sonny basically was letting her know, like, listen, this is not gonna continue like this. He said, I'm not gonna spend another minute without you. And he was asking Carly, like, am I wasting my time? Like, is there no hope for our marriage? Because he just wanted to know, like, am I wasting my time even talking to you and trying to salvage this marriage? Like, do you feel like it's done? Like you're done? And she didn't even really answer that question. She just kept asking him questions about him and Nina. Like, do he got feelings for Nina? Sonny was honest with her. He said, yeah, I got feelings for Nina. I do. But I feel like having feelings for somebody, when they say I have feelings for somebody or I have feelings for somebody, is so vague. It's a vague answer. It's very vague because I feel like Sonny does not know what his feelings for Nina really are. Like I don't think he knows how to make sense of it, of what he's feeling. You know what I mean? But the fact is, Carly needs to realize something. Yeah, he got feelings for another woman, but you have feelings for another man. I'm pretty sure her feelings for Jax is not completely gone. Her feelings for Jason are definitely still there, but yet Sonny's not questioning her about that. You know what I mean? Like he's there. And that's the most important part. He has feelings for another woman, but if he wanted that woman, he wouldn't be here trying to talk to you, trying to make things right with you, trying to get back into this marriage, trying to get y'all back on good, on a even playing field, trying to get y'all marriage back on track. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't in love with you or he didn't want to be with you no more. Obviously, you're who he wants. That's what brings me back to what Carly said to Olivia yesterday. When she said the difference between her and Sonny was when it came to her and Jason, she chose Sonny, whereas she felt Sonny did not choose her. Him being here, declaring his love for her, and telling her, listen, I love you, I want you back, I want my family. I love you. That's him choosing you. You know what I mean? The same thing she said about him not choosing her, he's choosing you. He chose you the first time when he first came home. He came to you, strictly to you. He could have stayed there with Nina if he wanted. He damn sure could have. But he didn't. He got angry. He came his ass home to you. So now Carly asking him all these questions, she was like, listen, I know you didn't say, she was like, I know you said that you and Nina didn't make love, but did you touch her? Did you kiss her? Sonny wasn't about to answer that question. Sonny said, listen, we don't need to get into that. And when he did not answer that question, he was like, listen, I just want to forget about Nina, forget about Nixon Falls. I want to move on. When he said all that, Carly got her answer. She knew right then and there she got her answer. Because Sonny was pretty much trying to tell her, listen, what I did with Nina Nixon Falls, it's not important right now. That what doesn't matter. Why do you need to what you need to know that for? What difference does it make for you to know that? And she felt like she needed to know that in order for her to move on. I feel like she doesn't need to know that to move on. She doesn't. You don't need to know if he kissed her. For what? He didn't sleep with her. That's in my opinion, that's what she should be, exhaling about. The fact that he didn't, stick his strudel on somebody else because he did. That's what she should be happy about. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't worry about no kiss. I mean, hell, she was kissing all up on Jason. She was about to sleep with Jason in her marital bed, in the bed she shared with Sonny at one point. She was getting ready to do the do. Yeah, he was upset when he knew all of that stuff, but here he is trying to fix your marriage. He's not holding it over her head though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you were kissing Jason and he didn't flip. So it's like, what do you need to know this for? I agree with Sonny on that. It's like, no, sometimes you just gotta, let sleeping dogs lie. Like, he's here with you, let it go. So once he did not answer that question, you could tell she was pissed. I ain't gonna lie, Laura Wright was looking good as shit in this episode. She looked good every day, but it was something different. I was like, she looking real tasty today. Like, she looked good every day, but damn, she was looking like, she was just, I don't know. People that got an attitude, like, I love people that got attitude because it just make them look more good to me when they got an attitude. I don't know what it is. That shit is sexy to me when somebody angry. You know what I'm saying? It remind me of that Neo song, When You're Mad. I love that shit because it's like, that shit is sexy. But she just told him straight up. She said, listen, your daughter left you a cookie for you to have. She ain't say nothing else. She just stormed her ass right out that house. And you can tell Sonny was pissed because I think he feels like every time they try to have a conversation, it ends with her walking out, storming off from him. Every time he's trying to be open and honest with her. And like I said, that conversation, he was being as honest as humanly possible. And of course, Sonny had to be Sonny and throw some glass at the wall. That's the Sonny I miss. The one that just throws shit at the wall. I love that. That's what I was missing. I don't know, but him and Carly gonna have to figure this out. I mean, he made the first shot. He want to be with her, so the ball is in her court now. But if I was him, my bags would be moved back to my house. As nice as the penthouse is, I need to be back in my main house because that's where I would be. I ain't staying another night at the penthouse. Nope, 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 nope. So anyway, moving on from that, Phyllis came to see Nina, and Phyllis gave Nina the business. Like, Phyllis finally did what I've been wanting her to do. Because Phyllis even admitted that she felt like over time she enabled Nina's foolishness, but she wasn't enabling it no more. Because Nina came out of her mouth asking Phyllis, oh, if Sonny and Carly get a divorce, do you think I could be with him? Because she feels like Sonny's happiness lies with her. She was talking like a deranged nut today. And I love how Phyllis gave it to her. Phyllis straight up told her, listen, let Sonny go. She said, is it possible that you could be with Sonny? No, not possible that she could be with Sonny, but she was like, is it possible that Sonny and Carly could break up? That they'll end their marriage? She said, yeah, it's very possible. But she said, beyond that, she told Nina, leave him alone. And the look on Nina's face, you could tell she was disappointed because she wanted Phyllis to tell her what she wanted to hear. Like, you see the way Ava enabled her yesterday when she told her, oh, Sonny got feelings for you and all, basically egging her on. She wanted Phyllis to do the same thing because Ava's one thing. But if she gets the seal of approval from Phyllis, she gonna go for it. And she was pissed when Phyllis didn't tell her what she wanted to hear. And I'm glad Phyllis did. Don't feed into that. Please don't. Nina is delusional as hell. And I'm glad Phyllis gave her ass. She handed that girl her ass. She gave her a dose of reality. And that's what she needed. She needed that. She needed to hear it. At the end of the day, leave that man alone. Because, I feel like certain things is not realistic. I ain't going to say realistic because it's a show, but I'm talking about realistic for the characters. Because Carly was saying how she wanted Sonny to stay away from Nina, distance himself from Nina. That's easier said than done, and I say that because how do you distance yourself, seriously, from somebody that you live in the same town as? They all frequent the same areas. The coffee shops, Kelly's, the Metro Court, Charlie's, they all go to the same spot. So actually staying away from somebody is kind of difficult. Do Sonny and Nina need to talk to each other? No. But like I said, I love how Phyllis gave it to her. She basically told her, leave that man alone. Leave him alone. Let it go. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? Get him out your mind. It might be hard for her to do, but get that out your mind. Let him go. Because, and Phyllis told her, she said, When Nina told her what happened New Year's Eve and she was with Sonny on New Year's Eve, Phyllis told her, she was like, you had no business being alone with that man, casually or otherwise. You had no business being alone with that married man. I was applauding Phyllis. I said thank you because she said exactly what I said. He's a married damn man. You ain't got no business being behind closed doors with somebody who is married and taken. It don't matter if him and his wife going through marital issues. You're the biggest part of their marital issues. That is more reason for you to get the hell on and get out of his face. And I'm pissed at Sonny too for even entertaining her that night, entertaining her at all. Like, you shouldn't even have conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want your wife back, stop talking to this witch, because she's delusional as shit, and she just proved that even more today. She need to go focus on what life she has left. Be glad that you still got Crimson. You know what I'm saying? Like, surprisingly, Michael hasn't barged into that office and fired her ass. Shockingly. And it's another surprise that Carly's not kicking Crimson the hell out of her hotel. I'm just saying, but I hope that she listens to what Phyllis told her and stay the hell away from him. Let this thing go. You and Sonny are not meant to be. Y'all not going to be together. You know, let it go. Let that man go. He got a whole damn wife. They trying to figure it out. So anyway, moving on from that. I like the scenes with Olivia and BLQ. What irritated me with Olivia was she was sitting there talking about the Sonny and Carly situation and, oh, I'm glad somebody's here to stop me from, tearing the strip off of Nina or whatever. I'm like, Olivia, just mind your business. It's one thing to be there for your friends. I get it. But trying to fight their battles for them, you need to let that go. Giving them advice and stuff like that, that's different. That's being a friend. But trying to, talk about how you was going, you glad somebody was there to stop you from going to Nina or whatever. You don't need to go to Nina. That's not your problem. And that's the one thing I don't do. I don't make people's problem my problem. And Olivia don't either. Like I said, being near an ear for your friend, being a shoulder for them to lean on, that's one thing. But don't sit there and try to fight their battles. Let them handle that. This is Sonny and Carly's problem. Let them figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let them deal with that. But I did like her conversation with BLQ because her and BLQ, they never really got along like that. Like, BLQ was never all that fond of her. But I'm glad that they found common ground with each other and stuff. And, Olivia was encouraging her, telling her, that she got a good heart. Despite what many people may think about her, she's actually a good person. And I agree, BLQ is a good person. And she's going to prove how good of a person she is when the truth about Bailey come out. Because people are going to see the lengths that she went to protect that child. It did turn out to be, in the beginning, it was supposed to be a scam, to get some ELQ stock, which was going to be selfish on her part to use a child. But at the same time, it turned into something deeper than that. And I'm quite proud of BLQ for it. I can't be mad at her about it. But Olivia basically told her too, because Olivia know that her and Chase got something going. Not something going, but that they like each other. She could see it. And she was telling BLQ, a lot of times the things that you're looking for, the things you want, they're right in your face. Now that wasn't a word, I don't know what it is. Because look at Chase. Like, he brought that woman some lunch. You know what I'm saying? Brown paper bag lunch. I was like, okay, he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the wild way she been acting lately. But he was nice enough to do it. Like, he's trying to make sense of what's going on between him and her. And I'm glad he went to go talk to Finn about it. And brought the baby to go see Finn and stuff. But yeah, Chase is trying to make sense of him and BLQ. Because sometimes he just feels like he's in her way or he's bothering her or whatever. I feel like they need to have a serious conversation about how they feel about each other. BLQ needs to start being honest with herself and with him. She want him. And in my opinion, when life is short, go get what you want. You want that man, go get him. He wants you, y'all need to come together. Simple as that. They need to do it. So anyway, moving on from that, I don't know. I think Liz wants to be ready to date, but I don't know if she's fully ready, and that's okay. Because, the anniversary of Franco's death is coming up and stuff. Her and Finn are about to go on their first official date. She bought a new dress, the whole 9 yards. But she was looking in her locker and she saw her wedding band and stuff there. And, I mean, there's no time limit on grief. And I'm glad Finn wasn't pressuring her or nothing like that. He told her, take your time. Whenever you're ready to move on, you're ready to move on. And it's been almost a year. It's been damn near a year. I guess in 2 months it'll be a full year that Franco's been gone. And she's always gonna love Franco and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with her moving on. I'm pretty sure Franco would have wanted that for her. You know what I'm saying? And she can't do bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at who she ended up with, Finn. He's a very good guy. So, she did well for herself. It's gonna be hard though, thinking about her husband and stuff like that, because even look at Monica after Alan died. She was dating and stuff like that years after Alan died, doing that. But she always think about Alan. She always talk about Alan and stuff because that's her love. As she should. And I'm pretty sure Finn ain't got a problem with Liz talking about Franco and stuff like that. That was her love. That was her husband. You never forget stuff like that. And the way he stepped up for her and them kids, she ain't never gonna forget him. But it ain't nothing wrong with her moving on either. So anyway, moving on from that, I am getting so tired of Spencer and his little whiny ass. Like, he really act like hard work is beneath him or something. That's what happens when you spoil a child. And he grew up real spoiled, very privileged. Like, he's sitting here huffing and puffing because he got to work at Ava's gallery and do a bunch of work and stuff like that. I'm like, hard working don't kill nobody. Hell, it'll make something of you. It'll make you a stronger person. Get you some work ethic. Shit. Like, you act like moving some boxes or some paintings around gonna kill him. And the real reason Ava even wants him to work there is mainly for Trina, because of the way he played her. And he did play her. Like, when he first came to town, he lied to her, had her keep his little secret or whatever. And on top of that, he had a whole girlfriend, never told her about it. So, and then on top of that, she had to deal with snarky little rude backhanded comments from his little girlfriend ever since she been in town. So I can understand why Ava did it, but Ava also doing this out of revenge. Like, she's definitely gonna work the shit out of Spencer for her own benefit, her own amusement. And Trina wasn't really happy about it because you could tell Trina got feelings for him. But I love how mature Trina's acting about it, how she's handling it. Because she got some feelings for Spencer, but I love how she's not acting on those feelings because she know he got a girl. And as much as she don't like Esme, she's not gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? She's not that type of girl to sit here and break up somebody's relationship. She's definitely not doing that. But I think she's just uncomfortable working around Spencer, being around him, knowing that she got some type of feelings for him. It's uncomfortable. Um, and basically she was gonna tell Ava that she didn't want to do it or whatever, but Spencer told her, nah, he want to do it. He want to make amends to her. Ava sitting here talking about her little vow renewal with Nicholas. I know that's gonna be a hot ass mess because some drama gonna go down at that vow renewal. So anyway, moving on from that, Jocelyn sitting there talking to Cameron about Sonny and Carly. I don't even care about that. But Esme, this girl be popping up like the boogeyman himself. Over ear hustling their conversation. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your stepdad and your mom. Does that mean that the trip is off? We can't get the cabin? This girl just told, like, you just overheard this girl talking how her family is going through a crisis right now, and that's what you worried about, a cabin? Because they talking about, because Jocelyn talking about, well, they did promise Spencer some fun because he's not gonna have some fun in a while. Y'all acting like this man is going to Rikers for 30 years. He's going to Spring Ridge, a bougie prison, for 30 days. Why are they making it seem like he going to, like, the federal pen or something, like high, I don't get it, like supermax security prison or something? And he's really not. It's like, stop that foolishness. This little, like, Esme is nuts. Like, she started opening up more to Cameron about her background. And her biological parents and her adoptive parents and stuff, and how her family imploded. I think she said something about her parents died or something. I think her bio parents or something, or her adoptive parents. One of them died or whatever. Yeah, so she was talking about that and whatnot. I'm just curious as to why none of these people looked into her. Nicholas, Ava, Jocelyn, they all got the resources to look into this girl's background. Why are they not doing it? Find out who her parents are. They don't know jack about this girl. She seems like she did her homework on all of them. And the way Cameron be looking at Esme, you would think he hopped the trot for her. Because he be yucking up whatever the hell she be saying. Like, taking her word like it's gospel. Jocelyn still don't trust her like that, and I hope she continue not to because the girl is full of shit. Like she up to stuff. And come to find out, she done went to the nurse's station to pick up a prescription medication or whatever, some pills and whatnot. And the nurse was trying to tell her, you know, how to use it or whatever. She talking about, oh, I know what to do with it. I bet your crazy ass do know what to do with it. And I know what she about to do with it too. Somebody about to get drugged and taken advantage of by this girl. She about to drug some folks. That's why she's so eager to get them to the cabin. I knew it. I knew she was up to something because she's way too eager to get them to that cabin. And something tell me she gonna be drugging somebody. It's probably gonna be all of them, or it's gonna be Cameron. She gonna try to do something. That little girl is fucking psycho. She definitely up. Like they need to get her. They need to get her ass. It's funny because when Jocelyn got the phone call from Trina about Ava hiring Spencer to work at the gallery, when Esme heard that Spencer was with Trina right now, you could tell how annoyed she was by that. She cannot stand the closeness that Trina and Spencer, the closeness they have. She can't stand it. And she's noticed it quite a few times. Hell, since the first time she stepped foot in that town, she noticed the connection they got. And it pisses her off every time. The girl is psycho. Um, so anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you guys thought. I will see you all Monday. Hope you all have a great, great weekend. See you all later. Have a great night. Peace.